And it goes on. Welcome back to Big Silly Goose Gaming, and right now I'm playing some Speedrunners, having some fun. I wanted to play it because I saw the announcement that Speedrunners 2 is coming out, and I thought this would be a pretty fun time to play it. And also, I just kind of thought that, I haven't played this game in a while, and I was kind of like, you know what? This would be really fun to play again. I remember when I first played this game, I was like really trying to complete it and try to like beat all the levels and stuff, and it just feels like the more and more I play, the more like there's so many levels to this game that I'm pretty excited about playing it some more, and hopefully they have like a updated version of the game, the Speedrunners 2 coming out, so that's gonna be exciting. What else is there? I think Nintendo Switch 2 news. I might be a little late to this because this will come out later than when it is announced, but the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-sale or the pre-orders is coming out on April 26th, I think. So because of that, there's going to be a because there's the pre-sale is coming out, you have to ask yourself is like, how is everything going to like, I guess, work out? And it's clear to me that I think Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo company is going to take a loss when it comes to these pre-orders, because they're keeping it the same price. Even though they're getting taxed like crazy, they're still keeping it the same price, which is kind of like, it's not crazy, but you have to imagine that they're taking the loss so that way they don't reasonably lose customers over like raising their prices. So it's kind of like a hard sell for them. It's like, oh snap, like we're getting taxed more, but if we raise the prices, everybody's gonna hate us. But if we, and everybody's already complaining about the prices of the games. I feel like the console everybody kind of like is on board with, but the games themselves and everything else in between is kind of like, hey, maybe we don't raise the prices and we just take the financial loss this time around. And this console's going to be around for a while, so I don't really think that, I think that they'll still make great money, you know what I mean? They'll still make a lot of money from this console, it's just not going to be as much, you know what I mean? So it's more greed in a way than it is anything else, but it's going to be interesting to see the rollout for this, and everybody's excited. I don't think I've met anybody who's like not excited, disappointed. Certainly people are disappointed about, the game and whatnot, but the game prices and like, what the console can like actually do and stuff. But, take that on the chin. We'll keep playing the games. That's all that matters to me, is that like if the games are cool and fun, and Nintendo's always been pretty good at that. So, what else is there? Video game wise, I mean, just the Speedrunners 2. They also have like Metro Prime 4 coming out and stuff. Mario Kart World is a big blast, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to play it. Everybody's getting that bundle. That bundle for the Nintendo Switch 2 is probably the best thing for it. I don't think there's anybody who's like, just getting the console alone doesn't make any sense if you can get the bundle for a lot cheaper, especially with the price of the games being a lot more expensive this time around. It makes more sense to basically get the bundle so that way you get the game and the console, and it's like a good trade-off, I guess. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be really cool to see when everybody starts getting it. Now, things people don't like about it, they obviously don't like the game chat option. That's a big no-no. Nobody likes that, especially when they have like other options for like chatting and gaming. What else is there? I don't think people like the additional like fees for like cameras and maybe other things in between. Like, it just feels like they're late to the game, and obviously now it's like better late than never, I guess, but people are not going to fully appreciate it or even really care about it now, especially after so much time has passed. And I guess the later half of this year is going to be full of Nintendo. It's going to be heavy on Nintendo. So it's you know, what really is it worth? You know what I'm saying? It's coming out so late in the year. I think that they would have had a better time if they had started at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? That way they could adjust prices, you know, reasonably when they got hit with their taxes or whatever. They got hit with the tariffs. So it's all, you know, who knows what really is going to happen moving forward. But I'm excited to see how Nintendo moves forward with the Nintendo Switch 2 and how they progress with their games and whatnot. I'm going to be interested to see a couple of the games, like that Zelda game where it's like Zelda going through some stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, stuff like that I think is really intriguing. So we're going to see. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah,